Good morning, good morning. It got a little chilly. There's quite a bit of frost on the non-sunny side of the buildings. It was on the grass, but it's burnt off now because we've got bright sunshine. It's going to be a really nice day. A little cool still, but we're going to make it into the 50s with sun. That makes all the difference in the world. So we've got a seed delivery to make this morning. Let's go. We've got our stuff loaded up. Not a huge load in here. We've got 16 bags of corn and a box of beans, but it's an order and I am grateful for it. So we're going to get this taken to the customer and get back here. We've got a fertilizer delivery coming late morning, and it may dry off enough to do some field work. I don't know. It's plenty wet right now, but we had about 1/4 inch of rain yesterday. So we'll see. Dad is going to get the sprayer fired up here this morning. He's got wheat to spray and then beans, corn stalks, and so we'll help him with that if we can't actually be in the fields doing anything. We're back. It is not warm. Like, it's 43 degrees according to the thermometer in my truck that I just got out of, but the sunshine, it feels so much better than yesterday. Like, it's the same temperature. It's just sunny instead of cloudy and windy, and it's very nice out. The ground is still wet on top. I don't know if we're going to be able to do anything in the fields today or not. It's not looking real great right now, but it's going to dry out fast, and it's not like we were super wet. So, I don't know. We'll see, but we're going to head back to the farm and see what Dad's up to, if he needs any help with stuff. Phil's getting bean planter around to head to Berkey because he's going to go there to plant beans. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later today. I don't know. I think we might try and get stuff moved down there so he can plant them tomorrow. Should be able to have a really good day and plant most, if not all of them in one day. But we'll see. The delivery's here. He's got a nice little gooseneck trailer. I need one like that. I mean, our gooseneck trailer works well for what I'm doing for seed, but we're definitely pushing it a little bit with the single-wheeled axles. It's just nice that it's really short, but that trailer is also from like 1978, something like that, and is on about its 4th life, and I could use an upgrade. All right, we got 4 shuttles of this CBF Boost. I don't know if that's liquid carbon-based fertilizer boost. I don't know. Anyway, it is there's not really a whole lot of fertilizer value to it, but it is sugar. So I've talked about my starter, that 721.3 that we've been using. That's from the same company, and that at 5 gallons per acre has a gallon of this. This is essentially basically the same stuff without the starter, the phosphorus side of it. But whew, yeah, smells like molasses. It is a molasses sugar-based product, and we're going to use this foliarly on mostly beans, probably on some corn. We may split a field of some wheat, but again, we got to keep track of all our trials and not overlap stuff. So don't need it yet, but we'll get to it here in a few weeks, I suppose. I'll put some on probably with my V5 fungicide, some early stuff on some beans, trying to keep stuff moving. Now, I just got a phone call from truck driver. They're coming to drop me off some seed that I had no idea it was actually shipped and coming, but I think it's my last box that I need. So we're going to go hang out at the seed warehouse until he gets there, and then it's lunchtime. That box right there. One last one, so let's go find some food. So I told you guys that Dad was going to spray on some filter strips, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Okay, well, anyway, Dad took the Gator sprayer in the back of the Gator, which he got ready, and he has to do some mid-season maintenance on our filter strips. So on one of our farms, probably a couple, but on this one in particular, we have some filter strips along the ditches. There's an open ditch that runs right through the middle of these fields, and on either side of them, we plant grass strips in order to capture any runoff that may come off the fields and just kind of filter any water that runs into those ditches, surface water. Keep the erosion under control a little bit. Well, there is a government program that helps cost share the cost of doing that, and so we have it signed up into those programs, and one of their requirements is that we do mid-contract maintenance. And what they would like us to do is spray some of the grass, like a 10-foot by 10-foot square, let it die, and then plant wildflowers or plugs of flowers. So Dad has ordered a flat of black-eyed Susan plugs and some other flower that was on their approved list. And he's over doing the maintenance on that now, where he's got the gator sprayer and he's spraying little patches of Roundup and grass to make room for the flowers, kind of thing. Anyway, point being, he called me while I was on my way to get some food and some supplies. I needed some Ziploc bags for my seed treating stuff. And tells me that, hey, the fields are a lot drier over here. He's like 10 miles from the farm. Okay, are you telling me to bring the planter, or what do you want? He's like, well, maybe you better come look at it. Okay. So we are just getting to those fields to go and look at them. It is entirely possible that we plant today. He is 100% right. Now, there's a little dampness here, but it is way drier right here than where we just were. Yeah, we can plant this. It's not quite there yet, but we've got sun, although it is getting cloudier. But we still have some sunshine. We've got decently warm temperatures. It's not super warm, but it's not cold. By the time we get everything loaded up in here, this will be dry on top. We should plant this now. Without a doubt, we should come and plant this. Okay. Nice loose. Oh, it's going to plant so nice. That is just beautiful. Sorry, Mr. Earthworm. I'll cover you back up. Okay. We're going to go look because we have a lot right in this general vicinity. So we've got this here. There's 80 acres on this side. There's 65 acres across the road in 2 fields. There's 3 fields here. And then we have a field around the corner over there that they kind of butt up to each other in the back. That there's another 46 and 9 and 20. What does that equal? 70, 75 over there. So there's a pretty good trunk here. I think we could get it done today, but it's going to take our fertilizer tender truck here, not just what we could fit on the planter in the tank, because there's too many acres. We couldn't get it all on. So we can go load that up and get it down here. Maybe we could get it here by the time Dad is ready to go home. He can take me back. We can get the planter. Then we can come plant this. It is it 1 o'clock? I think it's 1 o'clock. Almost 1 o'clock. 12:55. If we could be here planting by 3, we'd be doing pretty good. We'd be doing real good, actually. Probably closer to 4. Can I plant 200 and some acres from 4 o'clock to nighttime? I don't know. It'd be a day, but let's see what we can do. We'll take the scenic route past all the fields and see. The nice thing about having these filter strips here is that we have paths that we can drive on. So we leave a lane along this side because there's a bridge to get over to the back field there, and then I'll show you the filter strips when we get up here. So here you can see the ditch. We've got a bridge right here, and then we just leave these grass strips on either side of it so that we can, like I said, control the erosion and runoff and anything that might be coming out of the field that we don't want into that water. It gets stopped here at the edge of the field. Plus it gives us a nice place to drive. These look good to me. The one over here is corn back to corn, so it is corn stalks, and I want to look at that because it might be just a little bit different. So here's the rest of it. There's this 20 acres here, 46 in that one, and there's another little small field up there. It looks dry on top. We'll get out and look again here before we drive up. Looks about the same here. Oh, it worked up so nice. This is going to plant excellent. Our row cleaners are going to work really well here. Get all these corn stalks out of the way. And just plant it. I mean, there's a lot of moisture, but it's not wet. It's not sticky. It's not going to stick to our gauge wheels. It's not excessive. Look at this last little bit that's on top. That's still damp to be dry by the time we get here. Golden. Let's go plant. Now, I know that I have been very wishy-washy on whether we should be planting, whether the stuff that we've planted or not was the right thing to do. I don't know, but today is April 26th. It's time to go. Doesn't matter anymore what the temperature is too much. As long as ground conditions are fit, you go and plant it because the warm-up is coming very soon. It has to. And there's a higher likelihood at this point of it turning wet. Just judging by the forecast, like we have today and tomorrow, and then from Friday on they're calling for rain almost every day. Like there was one day next week that didn't have rain in it. It's still a little cool, but by a week out from now or 9-10 days out, it's back into the 60s, and then it's supposed to be warmer after that and much nicer. So I have little fear of anything that we plant now being crusted or having any real issues. The cold's not going to bother it that much. Yeah, I wish it was warmer, but it's time to plant. We're going to go plant. We're going to do as much as we can over the next 2-3 days here, whatever we've got. All right, we are loading up here. We're going to need this whole thing full of our 2x2x2 starter, like not even our in-furrow stuff. So we're filling the front tank now, then we're going to fill the back tank. I think there's just a little bit left in the tank on the planter. That should get us enough. We need like 3,500 gallons, and that's a 1,600 and a 2,000, but you can't quite get them full, so it's going to be real close. And then we're actually going to put some in furrow on the planter and take it, and we're going to take the rest in that blue tank over there. Should have about 500 gallons or so in there, maybe 600. We've got this tank empty. This had 1034O in it, so we've got another tank of it over there. But we've got one of them empty, so we can put water in there. That's what we normally do. Yeah, just a lot to get stuff set up here like we need. Just going to take a little bit to get everything filled up, but got to watch that one, and then we'll fill the back. I tell you what, we got our semi-loaded, and we're loading this up with the in-furrow. Phil's having computer issues on the bean planting tractor. It's not recognizing the planter on the 2630, but when you unplug the 2630, it shows up on the GS3 command center screen. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know. He's swapping 2630s with the sprayer. See if that fixes it, but I somehow doubt it. Now the planter. We need our in-furrow tank to be full. We don't need anything else. And then the seed tender, and we got to put 2 boxes on there and take them down. So dusty and dirty. Oh, sad day. Oil level still looks good. Last time we were close, and it's about the same, but something we wanted to keep an eye on. All right, we're loading that up. I'm going to put 500 gallons in there. There was about 50 in there, so we'll be 550. I got a little extra on the tank over there, so that should be enough to do everything that we need to do down there. And it leaves us relatively light. Like, I know that's heavy, but we're going to be empty seed. That tank's going to be empty. Our other tank is basically empty, so for the road trip there, it will still be pretty light because we are going 10 miles. Okay, the planter is ready. Now we have to get the seed tender ready. Oh, so much stuff. 3 o'clock. Yeah, maybe by 4 o'clock. We might be planting by 4 o'clock. Should at least be to the field loading by 4 o'clock. I got the tender loaded up and realized that the corn that was in the planter that we finished planting with was 111 day. We're putting 102 and 3 day in the planter, so I thought, man, maybe I better clean it out. That was a mistake because that is all that was left in those CCS tanks. We were basically empty, but that is this variety. We'll put it in with that. So, all right. So we need those 2 boxes. I'm going to have them bring those to paper bags because the 2 boxes should be about 3 units short. So we'll have those just in case. But I think I need to head down there with a truck. Hopefully Dad can bring me back. He's done down there. If not, I'll have to have somebody come pick me up. But deer dealer's here working on this tractor, trying to figure out what our problem is. All right, we're going to take the truck down there. Dad's going to bring us back. It's going to take a while to get all this stuff moved. I'm going to be lucky to begin planting by 5 at the way it's looking. That tractor is frustrating, the bean planting deal. I don't know what the deal is, but they're trying to figure it out. Good news! We're in an 8RX heading down the road, getting ready to go plant corn. The sun's shining. It's all good. More good news. I think they got the tractor fixed. I don't know what they did. Talked to Phil. It sounds like they updated some software, maybe on the planter side. I don't know. I do not understand how something can be working totally fine. You You shut the tractor off, come back to it 2 days later, and then it needs a software update to work. Like, nothing changed. Nothing. But that seems to have fixed it. So Phil was checking a field. It's dried off a lot in the last couple hours here. He's gonna go try and plant them beans that are in the planter out. He's only got enough seed for a couple of acres. And then move to Berkey. And we're gonna try and get all the beans down there planted tomorrow. So that is good. We're starting to be productive. Now we can kick our feet up, turn our massaging seat on, and enjoy the half-hour trip to the field, nice and slow. Oh, we've made it. And I'm pretty sure I saw my seed tender on the road right behind me, so he should be here in a minute. That'd be good. So we've got to load the 2x2 fertilizer, and we've got to load seed, and then we can plant for a while. We're going to try and do all 3 of these fields here on one fertilizer fill, so at least we'll get something done. But my ability to estimate time is really poor. It is 5 o'clock right now, so yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's okay. We can plant fast. We've got 220 acres to do. You think we can get that done tonight? I don't know. Depends on how late I want to be here, I suppose. We got seed. We got fertilizer. Load her up. Let's go. Dad's picking up some rocks while he's here. There's a big one over there that I was able to stand up, but I wasn't carrying it off the field, so we'll watch it real close when we're there. All right, we got enough seed for now. We're not just going to load this thing up as heavy as we can go. We're going to put in enough to plant what we need to plant. So we need about 1,200 gallons here to start with. We're planting. Off we go. I think I even remembered how to do it. Unbelievable. It's amazing. Seed going in the ground. We'll get stuff tweaked here a little bit. We'll get some endros planted. We've got scripts working. Awesome. Everything's good. This is a small little field. This will not take long at all. It'll take me longer to go around the outside twice than it will to plant the rest of the field. Yeah, I'm telling you, this one isn't going to take long. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 rounds, 4 rounds. Not even 10 passes across this field. Yeah, it's going to go quick. This is the second smallest field that we have to do, but nevertheless, knocking them out fast is a good thing right now. On to the second field. We've got most... Yeah. Operator out of seat. We've got most of the ends done, and we can open it up a little bit. There's Dad. He just brought my blue tank with our pop-up starter in it. He put it on the other side of the road because we won't need it until we're over there for sure. So I think he's going to bring the truck over here and park it, I guess. I don't know. My mom's here to pick him up, so he must be going to leave the truck. All right. Well, I'm settling in. I've eaten dinner. I had some beef jerky and some vegetables. We had a little dessert, and we're in good shape now. We're settling in, like I said. So I did bring a drone, and I brought some GoPros. If I'm feeling real ambitious, we'll get them out at some point. It may or may not make this video. I may make a reel type thing for Instagram, and it'll get put into a video at some point, but we'll see. I don't know if I can bring myself to getting in and out of the cab 4 times in a row to move cameras around, and taking the time to do that. Well, maybe we'll make something. Otherwise, maybe we'll just fly a drone from the seat of the cab. We'll have to turn our turn automation on, and we'll let her go. I was thinking about waiting until a little closer to dark and get that cool golden hour sunset pictures and drone shots. But, you know, artistic stuff. Well, this one went fast, too. We just got a sliver here, pie shape, because the lane runs through here on an angle. It's not square to the road in the fields, which is a pain, but whatever, it's fine. So we'll finish this up, and then we've got to fold up and get across the bridge to go do the field in the back. There's 32, 34 acres back there, something like that. We got 31 done in this field. We did 13 over there. We're already 40, almost 45 acres into this out of the 210, 220 that we need to do. We might get there. It's gonna go fast. Slight change of plans. Okay, so I pulled into this field in the back here, was getting ready to plant, getting my monitors all set up, and the script that I have for back here is for the other variety, the other of the 2 that I have on the tender. I have the rest of the variety that we have in the planter slated to go in the fields or across the road. So we're going to go over there and plant. and then we'll come back here and do this back one after we switch varieties, or at least it'll be closer that way. Not that it's a huge deal, but the scripts are a little bit different based on the variety, and that was the plan, so we're going to stick with the plan. It doesn't cost me anything other than 2 minutes of moving time. It's across the road. It'll be fine. Look, it's our buddy driving his paramedic truck. I got to move all my stuff so he can ride with me. Endros. We're planting Endros. Look, we picked up a hitchhiker. Hi, Brock.
Howdy.
I'm going to teach Brock how to fly a drone since he's bored and going to sit here and ride for a minute. Maybe not. Our controller was dead, so now we have to wait for it to charge, and by the time it charges, I'm going to be done, so now we'll see. We might be able to get it. No luck with our drone. Our remote needs to charge for a while. Maybe I'll be able to get it going later, but it's fine. Meanwhile, we're almost done with this 30-some acre field, so oh man, we can cover ground in a hurry. This is fun. It says row 1 is not planting near the target. We shouldn't be out of seed yet. We'll get out and check. It probably just needs piled up. Oh yeah, I gave the neighbor the line this year. Whoops. You should have planted a couple feet closer. Ah well. Definitely not empty. Must have to look at the row. Maybe it got bridged up or something. I was adjusting my CCS pressure, so maybe the row didn't get seed or something. It's the one clear on the end. That would make sense. Well, this one didn't work out quite right. We got, what do we got there? 7, 8 rows? 2, 4, 6, 7 rows that we're piecing in. Sliver. Ah, well, that's fine. Not a big deal. We are about out of our 2x2. We're not going to have enough to do the backfield, so we're going to have to go over and load up and then go into it, which is fine. It's not a big deal, but it's good that we got as much done as we did with what, yeah, we're doing really good. We're cruising right through this. We've just still got a long ways to go yet. All right, we're loading up again. We need about 1,100 gallons to finish that backfield there and this backfield here. So we're gonna put that in. The rest of it for the 70 acres around the corner there or whatever, we'll be able to take with us after we're done with this field. So should work. We should have enough in furrow on there to plant the backfield. Our tank is over there with the rest of that in it, so we can load that up when we're done with that one. We probably can put enough on to do everything, or at least close to it. So we're also going to run out of seed when we're done with that field, or at least that's the idea. So I do have some extras here, these bags. We're going to throw a couple of those on the platform just in case we run out a couple bags short back there, but we should be close. Well, Brock is going to think that I just didn't want him to fly the drone, because right after he left, I was able to get it to fire up and to fly for a little bit. So we're downloading some video from it, and I might have a few pictures. I don't know how good of a job I did, but we're trying. I did not get cameras out onto the planter at all today. Maybe we'll get a chance to do that tomorrow, but we're losing our sunlight, and though it doesn't look like it in the video, we are, and so that's why I wanted to get the drone up before it got too dark. But we're planting along here. We're doing fine. We've got almost 20 acres done in this next field, and we're going to keep moving here. There was some trees down in the corner over here that Dad was trying to get cleaned up. That's what he was working on when we got here with the truck, but we had to plant around a little bit in the corner. Not a big deal. It'll be fine. So keep moving here. It's getting dark. What time is it? 8:53. Yeah, we can get this done tonight, but it is going to be sort of late. I don't know. We'll see. We probably are going to do that. I'm getting a low rate warning for my 2x2 fertilizer. I think it might be the filter getting plugged up. So we're gonna pull that off and clean it. I've got some water in these jugs up here we can clean it out with. Well, that one wasn't really dirty, so I'm not sure. Oh crap, I think I forgot a valve. Make sure we get all our valves open back up. Okay, we're good. It's starting to get chilly out here again. All right, we gotta keep moving here. Keep going. Now we've got a row not planting. I think our seed bins are getting empty, it said. We might have to do some leveling. Yeah, it's not horrible. We got a little more in this side, so we'll transfer some over, and we're not likely to finish this field. Good thing we got some bags. We might get closer than I think. There's a little more in there than I thought there was, and we don't have very many acres left here, so it'll be close. All right, well, we ran out of seed. We've about 3.5 acres to go back there yet, and I thought about throwing those bags in, but then I thought, I really don't want to have any of this other variety left when we're done here either. So since we got to come back this way again anyway, we're gonna go fill up seed, and then we'll jump over here and plant that last 3 acres, and then we'll go on to the next field where we'll plant out the rest of that variety. So in the meantime here, we need more in furrow, and you can't see anything, and neither can I, but that's what we're doing, is we're getting our hose and everything ready to do more in furrow. Okay, we've got some ends done. We are off and planting here. It is not looking likely that we are going to finish all this down here tonight. It is 10 o'clock now. By the time I get this done, we're looking at easily 10:30, quarter to 11. I don't know if I want to mess with it that late. It's not going to help me much, so I think we're going to call it a night after we get this field done. We will get the rest of the fertilizer off the semi-truck, and maybe we'll take that back to the farm or something, and at least start getting some stuff moved back. It won't take us too terribly long to finish it in the morning and still have a big day tomorrow, so it's a little frustrating, but that's what happens when you start at 5:30 at night. You can't do 220 acres after that. It's a big ask. This would have taken me every bit of all day to do with our 16 row last year. Like if I wanted to plant 220 acres, I can do it, but I would have had to start early, and I would have had to keep at it all day and probably work late to get it done. So to get as much as we have for Will, we're doing really good. Finishing up the last pass in this field here. Trying to pull up my totals for today, but it's not showing me, so oh well. Let's see, this field we got 34 acres planted. It's funny, that's about exactly what's in this field. Amazing. Done. All right, it is 11:15, 10:43. We're gonna go ahead and call it a night and just quit here. I could keep going, but it would be probably pushing 1 o'clock before we got done. And there's no reason to do that, I don't think. I'm not gonna mess with it. So we're gonna fold up here. We're gonna get the fertilizer off of the semi-truck, and we're gonna take that home. All of this should fit on there, but it'll be close, I think, maybe, I don't know. We'll have plenty to do what we need to do. I don't know if we're not quite getting on the rate that we're supposed to, or maybe my math's just off a little bit, I don't know, but we're close. I don't know how much is on there yet, I guess, but it should all fit in here, and that should be enough to plant the next field that we've got to do. So I'm gonna make sure everything else is buttoned up here. We'll get the stuff, the hose put away on the truck when it's done. Our tender should be good. We're gonna leave the pickup here, and we'll come back and finish this in the morning and get everything moved home. Boy, yeah, we've got to get the tender back to keep planting. The truck really doesn't have to go. The other tank that's down there doesn't have to go, but I don't have any way to get this home now because we don't have a ball on that truck. So can't take the seed tender tonight. We're empty. Let's go home. Oh man. All right, so we ended up doing just under 140 acres today, which for starting at 5:30 is not a bad day at all. We will take that. So tomorrow, however, we're going to have the day where we see what's possible. How much can we get done with this planter and this tractor? We've got a kind of a long move in there because we got to get home from where we're at. We're 10 miles away. But we're going to plant. We've got about 70, 75 acres to do here yet. And then we've got an 82 and a 46 acre field that are all the same farm right next to each other. And then we've got 128 plus 265s. And we're going to do as much of that as possible tomorrow. I don't think we'll get it all, but we'll get a bunch. So make sure you check back tomorrow. I may try and do a live stream in there if we get a good spot. I think I'll be able to. Shifting with the wrong hand. Anyway, yeah. We're over half done with corn today. After tomorrow, we may be 3/4 of the way done. It's 26th. Tomorrow will be the 27th of April. It's time to go. It's time to get it done. We're going to plant as hard as we can. Hopefully Phil has a big day with beans, and we'll be close to wrapping things up before the rain hits on Friday. We won't be done, but we'll be getting close. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night. Like and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.